It's like
When spring came, it came in full swing, requiring a lot of moving. Me using a hella old U-Haul truck to move my mural, for example, from Succa Flea Marketplace to the studio. And I also rearranged the studio. This is one of many times this video is going to show me rearranging things. This is all of me and V's leftover mural paint as well as some of our mural supplies. You can see on the left that I have a industrial sewing machine. One of the dreams for our studio has always been to have a couch, and I finally got us one, so that's why I'm shifting everything towards the stairwell. And my industrial sewing machine will finally go upstairs with the rest of my sewing stuff. Among the moving days, I co-hosted with Sarap Shop a creative care club. We opened the doors to everyone to just create, and I did too. Now to my industrial sewing machine. I've been waiting for a day that Chris is free to help me take apart the sewing machine as well as carry it all upstairs. For some context, an industrial sewing machine by itself can weigh 50 to 100 pounds. This is including that table base that you see us hauling right now. Or the rest of it, like the legs with the pedals and the base. How much time did you estimate that to be? Hello! Chris got me a very exciting new toy. Exciting for people like me and other fashion designers, maybe. But anyway, the new toy is a new plancha, a new iron. But because Christopher got me a new iron, I want to spruce up my ironing board. She been through it. I don't even know what she been through. I thrifted her at Community Thrift in the Mission for like $3, but she ran out of cushions. So I'm gonna replace the cushion so it feels like I have a new ironing board as well as a new iron so that I can wrap up some of my sewing projects. I'm making a pair of pants today. They're for Arista. She's one of my friends that I met while I had a residency in Iceland. She asked if I could make her some pants. And there wasn't much direction other than being comfy and having fun with it. We got to hang out in Utah last month, which was really fun, and I had her try on a trial pair just to make sure I got her measurements right. Almost everything was perfect. There were just like 2 minor adjustments. And Arista lives on the other side of the country. She lives in Virginia, so I can't really have another draft for her to try without us having to like ship things back and forth. So basically wish me luck with this pair. Here are the pieces cut out, and this fabric is actually what I got from Turnout for Turno, our leftovers from the show. You can't really tell, but it's this nice olive. I'm actually not even sure if there's enough fabric. It needs to be cut with a grain line, and unfortunately the grain line is at a 45-degree angle. So it's cutting this way does waste a bit of fabric, but we might be okay. I figured if anything, we could do a cool dual color thing. Like, that's why I laid out a front panel and a back panel, because maybe one leg is one color and then the other leg is a different color. Yeah, we'll find out. Alright, let me cut this shit. After placing the pattern I made onto the fabric in a way that I hopefully uses the fabric as economically as possible, I am tracing out with fabric chalk the seam allowance all over the pattern. I could have added the seam allowance to the pattern already, but if you saw, I had to tape up paper because I'm also running out of paper. So nothing wrong with adding the seam allowance onto the fabric. Now I'm cutting all the pieces out and organizing the patterns and putting them away. I'm taking a little break from sewing in order to finish up this painting. I am painting this backdrop for a barong jersey that I had made a few months prior. The entire piece is a dedication to how Filipinos, whether in the motherland or in the diaspora, has an obsession with basketball. I almost embroidered on it. You say ball is life, but can you hoop in chinelas? Chris and I are leaving for Chicago tomorrow night. And there's 2 things that I really want to finish before I head out. I won't be able to get into the studio tomorrow because I'm teaching a workshop downtown. So this is the final stretch of the 2 things that I want to get done. Sminky, aka Sam, and fun fact, April 3rd, her birthday is my half birthday. First thing that I really want to get done is finish a coffee bag vest for her. I have actually had all the pieces cut out and some of the pieces sewn for months. I've just been pushing it off, but now I really want to be able to ship it so it's at least available for her birthday weekend, if not her actual birthday. She lives in Beaverton, so I gotta ship it. And then the other thing is Arista, my friend that I made while at an artist residency in Iceland. She commissioned me to make her some pants and was like, have fun with it, and hell yeah, I did. It's also almost done. I have so much almost done things, so I gotta do a vest and pants, and I say I'm not that optimistic because I gotta do all of it today, and it is, oh my god, is it already? Oh, it's 3:30. Okay, let's get to work. The reason why I haven't started working yet is because V bought us a broom, and look how nice and clean my floors are. Our floors were pretty gross. Another thing that I want to share, I promise I'm not procrastinating, but it's a real update. I'm working with the San Francisco Arts Commission. They would like to purchase an artwork from me that will be part of a new or a renovated recreation center in Soma. I made a jersey out of the same material as a barong, and the Arts Commission asked if I could submit that as one of the possible purchases. The only request is to figure out somehow to display it, because since it's white and it will be in a white wall, how can we make it contrast? And so I came up with this. I know you don't get it, but literally idea, wrote it right away on a post-it with a couple Sharpies and crayon. And this is how it came out. Yeah, I had a bunch of scrap wood, and so I decided to create a backdrop for it, and I had hella fun doing it. One of the fun parts about this jersey is, let me show you the back, let's see if I can hook it. Okay, is I also sewed on some chanelas to the back, and look at, you can actually like slide some digits through it. But because it's going to be in a hallway on a wall, obviously the back is not going to show. So what I did, I made sure that I painted it still. This is what I got for Arista's pants so far, and you'll see that everything's placed. I just gotta sew it all together. And Sam's vest is right here. I think I'm gonna knock out the pants first, since all of my thread colors for it are set up already. I have a goal to knock it out by 4:30. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm tired. I finished the pants. It took way longer than I thought it would, which I should have known because that happens with every sewing project. But here they are. They came out so cute. I wanted them really stretchy, comfy. Arista goes on a lot of walks and hikes and paints outdoors, so really going for comfy but super cute. That's my favorite detail, are these orange patches. What's extra cool is this pair of pants is made from 3 different fabrics that are all remnants from former projects. So this light olive, this dark green is from Turn Out for Turno, and then this orange denim is from the pants that I made back for my solo show Reroute. Yeah, it's so nice to see the fabric have a new purpose. As for the vest, here she is. The lining and the vest have the shoulders and side seams ready to go. Thank God past me pinned down all of the pockets and straps already. You have to admit, I make dope shit. I do. And guess what? I did turn into a sewing gremlin. I don't know when's the last time I drank water or ate. How high does that happen when you start sewing? On the first date in Chicago, I had an interview for a hella big mural opportunity. Crystal had work to do when I finished the interview, so I decided to go on a solo date to the Art Institute of Chicago. Although friends warned me how huge the museum was, my brain still couldn't fathom how much art was housed in here. And because I've been dabbling in ceramics lately, seeing ceramics from different countries and eras tickled my brain, especially from seeing the possibilities clay can be molded into. This was my favorite exhibit. Colombian sculptor Juliana Hongora Rojas worked with indigenous communities to show the interconnectedness between people and nature. The perfect end to going back outside to urban Chicago. This is us before the red. Our noses are hella red from the cold. What is this? Wherever Chris and I travel, there are two things that are a must. At least one good run and good coffee. Our spot was close to Drip Collective, which has superior pours for pour-overs and lattes. And they're a Black and Filipino-owned business. Chris and I walked around Wicker Park to pasyal, and our favorite stop was the pop-up. The homies that were working there even made us a map of places to check out after. The most eventful part of the day was dinner at Kasama. Gail from the pop-up described their set courses as inspired by deep-cut Filipino food. I didn't know what he meant at first, but holy sh*, he was right. Yes, there was lumpia and adobo, but the chefs also did a play on kare-kare, kinilaw, and mais con hielo. It was so good, we went back in the morning. Coincidentally, we had mutual friends with Angelo, our waiter. He got us VIP treatment for breakfast and took us to another great cafe afterwards. The real reason why we were in Chicago was because of the Collegiate Midwest Philam Summit. I spoke as a rep for Project Pearls, my mom's organization in the Philippines. MFAS chose pearls as this year's beneficiary. We befriended folks from AFIRE, aka Alliance of Filipinos for Immigration Rights and Empowerment, while tabling. We asked where we could get a classic Chicago with hot dog, and they recommended Jim's. I don't eat red meat anymore, so I was hella happy there was a chicken hot dog that had the satisfying snap a classic one has. The next day, I honestly didn't record that much because we were hella tired from the day before. But the folks from AFIRE also recommended we hang out in Pilsen. Pilsen is a predominantly Mexican-American neighborhood in Chicago, known for its hella good selection of Mexican food, murals, and it also has some pretty cool vintage shops. As much as I absolutely love running aside the ocean and the bay back home, there was something special about being able to run along the river in Chicago, as well as the big lake. How is that a lake? Also on our last day, we made one more stop to Trip Collective and happened to meet Justin, founder of the brand Coursework, and cousins with one of Trip's owners. I couldn't believe that in a matter of a few days, we met so many creatives, those fighting for social justice, and more here in Chicago. This is definitely not going to be our last visit. Hello from the studio. I have a lot to do here today. Really behind my emails and other inquiries, which is always a good sign that I'm getting inquired. But what's been really bothering me and that I really want to do before I get to any of that is rearrange the downstairs. Me and V finally got a couch. This mural is going to get installed in the hallway, but as you can see, it's here for now. V also got us a vacuum. Here's some of her artwork stands, so you can see this corner is already a lot. So how do I explain this to you? That is a large format printer. And although it does fit in this nook with our paint, it's just really obtrusive. I can't stand looking at it, so I'm gonna do some rearranging. We'll see how that goes, but I've been thinking about it all night, so I really can't do anything until I do deal with this. So this is V's coffee table. We had it kind of awkwardly dividing the common area with her space, but now it's integrated in the common area right here. I also pivoted the fridge to face this way so that a chair can go here. And here is the large format printer. Our friend Kim Arteche offered me this printer, and that's what inspired a bunch of this moving situation. That and the couch. But I'm feeling happy about this space. There's still a good amount of walking space to get to the stairwell right here. Once the mural gets installed into the hallway, then we can push the printer back. But for now, it's not in the way as much as before. All right, admin things. Now that the space is organized and I can think straight, and this will not haunt me.